Well, I can't believe it's our last in the circle here for the season, and we're going to be catching up with Coach Ryan Jacobs here, the head coach of the Northern Iowa Panthers. But first, we have to give a big thanks out to Rawlings, who has sponsored this show all season long. Rawlings is the official softball of the Missouri Valley Conference and the NCAA championships, and we want to give a huge thanks to Rawlings for taking care of things here this season. So, Coach, back-to-back regular season champs here in the Missouri Valley Conference. Got to feel pretty good about that. First of all, congratulations, but got to feel good about that. Wrapping that up with 1 weekend left to go before we head to tournament.
Yeah, I mean, very, very grateful for where we're at. It's been a lot of hard work and not something that we honestly set out to do. We talk about it all the time, how hard it is to win in our league, and that's not something that we forget about ever. And we've had a lot of success. We've gotten a lot of good luck here and there, and the ball has bounced our way a number of times, but we understand how difficult it is and how good it is. I just nominated for all conference today, and I'm thinking about all the dang really good players in our league, and I know we've got a few of them, but across the board, our teams have done a great job recruiting talent. The league is very tough, and you can't go into any weekend thinking that this is going to be a weekend where you can pad your stats, or you can get some easy wins, or you can sit back as a coach. I mean, I know myself personally, I'm nervous every single inning, every single pitch, because I know it can go right turn on you really fast.
Yeah, absolutely. A little luck is always involved, and I think always appreciated. Last season, you guys were the number 1 seed and made the conference title game, but got beat out. Didn't have a chance to advance. And so how much of that has carried over into this season to motivate this team to be this successful?
That's a good question. I don't know. For me personally, I know it's been something that's on the front of my mind ever since we walked away from Missouri State last year. I knew that was the day that, we just weren't good enough, and Missouri State beat us, and they were a great team as well. And I knew that they would represent our league very well, as they did at Missouri in the regional. But it wasn't in the cards for us. And so we had to go back and reevaluate and find out, okay, we need to get a little bit better and find a way. So I've been very, very motivated personally. I know our coaches have been very motivated, but it isn't something that we've talked about with our players. I don't know where they're at. I don't know I know that they were bitter at the end of the year. They were frustrated. They wanted more. That's all I've done, is assume that that's where they're at, and continue to work and put a system in place in front of them to give them the best opportunity to do whatever they want to do with it. And obviously, I think they're on the same page with us, and they continue to do what we request and what we ask of them, and do it with a sense of pride. So I would assume that they're ready to get another shot at it.
Well, obviously, there's a little fire burning in them, because only 1 loss in conference play, and I think you've swept 7 series matches. And so what's clicking for this team? I mean, what makes them so good? You're hitting the heck out of the ball. You're bombing it out of the ballpark. But what else is going well?
I think the combination, you always look for that combo of pitching and hitting. And I think this year we've been able to really, have so much confidence in both of them. Like, our pitching staff has so much confidence in our hitters that they can kind of go out there and relax and not feel like, if I give up a run, we're in trouble. And I think our hitters feel the same way. They feel like if we're going up against a really good pitcher that they're struggling to make adjustments with, that our pitchers will keep us close and keep us in a position to have a shot at the end. And I think you look back at our 11 losses, 6 of them were to begin the year, and we did a lot of hard lesson learning in the beginning of the year. And fortunately, if you look back at all those games, we had a shot to tie it or win it at the last at bat of the game. We put ourselves in a position like you want to get that tying or winning run to the plate. We just weren't coming through at that point, but we were learning a lot of lessons about us and what we needed to do to win. And I think just that confidence in each other from a pitching staff to a hitting group, as well as our defense has improved tremendously this year, taking care of the softball. So when it does get put in play, we're making more outs than we had in the past. We struggled to be at like a 960 fielding percentage, and we're above 970 right now, 978, close to 980. So that combination of those things has done a great job for us and put us in a position to not feel the stress as much.
Well, you're setting records, school records all over the place, all over the books. And one of those players you talked about pitching, Samantha Heyer, 1.76 ERA, over 230 strikeouts this season. She has really improved. And what's working well for her?
She's just got a demeanor about her that's just cool, steady. I know because of some of the struggles that she's gone through in her career, just finding herself and working through it. I know that calm demeanor, there's a lot of wheels turning, and she's definitely always thinking about it. She takes comments and suggestions and things that people say, and she almost sometimes over processes those things. And she's just come into a position, a time in her career where she's been able to balance all that stuff. But she's also been able to really hone her skills. And I know her and Monica have just, that you can just see them always talking. There's always something that Monica's given her, a tidbit, a thing here, a thing there. And she's just absorbing all of that information. And she's just in a different place than she ever has been.
No, she's been impressive so far this season, and I know you hope that continues on. But how about one of your freshmen, Alex Papillo? Most of your roster are Iowa kids. You got her out of Illinois. Where'd you find her?
Yeah, Alexis is a special kid. She was one of those social media finds. Monica had seen her on social media and made it a point to go out and check her out, and was super impressed. And as was I the first time I laid eyes on her social media as well. And it wasn't softball skills, it was her strength. And we know that, strength is something that's super important to our program. So watching how she handled herself in the weight room and how she trained, and I just knew right from the start that she was just going to be a perfect fit for the work ethic of, our program. And, I would say we talk about the lucky bounces here and there. I think we got lucky with her, but I always believe that things happen for a reason, and things land in your lap that you never thought they would. And I think her and us feel the same way about the situation, is that, we found each other for a reason. And I think she fits well for our program. She definitely fits well from the work ethic standpoint and how we coach. She's very, she's process oriented. She wants a system. She wants something in place, but she also wants to tinker, and she wants to learn and try new things. And I think we allow her to do that and be free in her experimentation of her softball development. And so it was a great fit for both of us.
Well, she certainly has had an impact on your team. It's been fun to see. So we're heading into, we got one weekend left, and then we head to the conference tournament. So 12 teams this year, a little bit different format than what we've had over the last couple of seasons. As the number one seed the last couple of years, you guys have had to sit a couple of days before you had the opportunity to hit the field. How do you think the change with the 12 teams, and you will be on the field a lot sooner than you were the last couple of seasons, do you think that's going to have an impact on this tournament?
I don't know yet, to be honest. I think the new teams in the league is going to have the biggest impact on the tournament. Just Murray State, Belmont, UIC's coming around right now, and I mean, they're a scary team. So you get everybody in the tournament, and you just never know what's going to happen. Just like throughout the entire season, like I said, I've been nervous for 26 games or 24 games so far this year, and will continue to be, no matter who we play. So I think the level of competition has elevated. I'm not sure the format has ever really been a huge thing. I don't know. It'll be it'll be interesting to see. And I think the biggest thing now that I feel like is a hurdle than it was before is you got to win 3 games in a row. I mean, you just add one more, all the top 4, they have to win 3 games now. You can't just get out of there with 2. So you got to, just like the regular season, you got to play well 3 days in a row or 3 games in a row. And I guess it takes a little bit more to earn it, which we're fine with that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun tournament. I'm excited to see the full field there and see how it all unfolds. So good luck this weekend with your last series. And then we will certainly see you down in Carbondale. Looking forward to a great tournament.
Well, thank you, Laura. Appreciate you having us, and appreciate everything that you do for our league throughout the year.
Thanks, Coach.